Yeah, how to protect yourself legally or
Fine, as a
not.
convicted felon, what are some tools to protect your family legally since I cannot possess a firearm by the state law? So one of my favorite weapons is a crossbow. You hear somebody coming in your house, obviously safety first.
There's a psychological study where violent criminals rated videos of pedestrians from 1 to 10. From easy to victimize to I would avoid trying to victimize that person. What they did was try to figure out who
I don't know about
these
y'all, but I want to know
violent
how not to
criminals
be a
would
victim.
attack. And there was a couple things. I like this one. People that the perpetrators would look at and say, I probably wouldn't assault that person. They had something that they called organized quality. So the person just looks organized. If you look squared away, it's a real thing. Yeah. People sense that. The victims, the way most of the people that were identified as, I would attack that person, they would say they had inconsistency in the way they walked. So how should we walk? How should we carry ourselves? Well, I started diving into this rabbit hole a little bit. NBC News had an article written by Steve Cardian, who was a police officer. He's in the Marine Corps. He's a detective. He was an FBI defensive tactics instructor. The crux of this article is that it takes a criminal about 7 seconds to decide whether you're a good victim or a bad victim. One of them is stride length. Forceful, dynamic steps. Forceful, dynamic steps, medium length. So you're not trying to step too far, because then you look awkward. Posture, you got to stand up straight. Makes sense. Here's how you don't walk. You don't want to take little small steps either. Little tiny steps. Because then you either look timid or you look like you're hurt or like you're limping and you're like a weak gazelle out on the plains that's about to get taken down. Yeah. If you're slumped over, you're hunched, it means you're scared. If you're slower than everybody else, you're probably injured. You're probably some way weak. You can't propel yourself with any amount of force.
You for sure can't get away. That's kind of like what it feels like. They can't escape. Look how slow this guy is.
That was another one. If your arm swing is too small, that means you're timid.
Yeah.
Which you can imagine someone walking all huddled up right together. What I like about these things is it's kind of things like you said, you don't even notice them.
Yeah.
So what if you're a person that does these things? Yeah. Or when you get nervous, you do something.
Yeah.
You need to pay attention to it. And then on top of these things, of more things to do is be looking around. Right? You shouldn't be just, obviously, what do we see nowadays all the time? It's people staring at their phone. Yeah. You should have what we used to call in the SEAL teams, head on a swivel. Looking around, looking at people.
Yeah.
I see
That's
you.
a big one. Yep.
I'm tracking you. Yep. You don't have to stare at them, but you
Subscribe
just look
and
at
let
them.
me know in the comments if
maybe
you
give them a
agree.
little nod, but you at least let them know I'm tracking you.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Let them know that you see them, and then that thereby takes away the element of surprise. It puts them in a little discomfort. Here's the counterintuitive thing about looking at people. Sometimes people don't want to look at people because they're afraid you're going to start something, right?
Yeah.
Whereas just looking at people, like looking around, is what you should be doing. And when you're not confident enough to look at someone, that's a signal in its own right. So if you're not looking at me, I know you're not confident.
Yeah.
Right? That's a very common.
What's the number one most dangerous place for a woman? Sadly, it's her own home. What's number two? You're looking at it. In 2022, nearly 15% of all robberies took place at gas stations. Predators love them because they know you have to get out of your car and they know your attention is going to be diverted while you're pumping gas. Add it all up, this is prime hunting ground for thieves, carjackers, and rapists. So what can you do? Well, avoid seedy rundown joints off the beaten path, especially at night. Choose a pump closest to the store entrance. Keep your doors locked until you're ready to fuel up. Before you get out, scan the area for anyone suspicious, like men who are hanging out and not pumping gas. If it doesn't look right, trust your instincts and drive away. If you do gas up, have your keys on you, put your phone away, and keep your purse and other valuables out of sight. A personal defense tool like pepper spray is a real bonus here. While the pump is running, keep your head on a swivel and don't be afraid to get loud and assertive with anyone who gets in your space. And one more thing. Never let your tank get so close to empty that you have to stop at the first gas station.
If someone ever enters your home, don't run to check, but act immediately. Your first instinct will be to move. But that's exactly how people get found. Stay silent. Cover your mouth if you have to. Most intruders react to noise. Do not confront if not necessary. You don't know what they're carrying, and you don't know what they're willing to do. Hide where you can't be seen from the doorway. A closet, behind a bed, inside a bathroom. Anywhere they can't spot you with a quick glance. If they've already entered your room, don't breathe loudly. Don't shift your weight. Just stay still and let them pass. If you can escape safely, do it. A back door, a window, a neighbor's house. Movement outside is safer than being trapped inside. Important, call emergency services only when you're hidden. Whisper your address. Say exactly where you're hiding. Stay on the line. Of course, if you have a home alarm or a security app linked to your phone, your chances of staying safe are much higher. But that's not my case. What about you?
Unmasking the monsters.
AirTags were used to stalk women. The lawsuit filed in federal court in San Francisco on behalf of 2 women who say they were stalked.
Y'all
using
ladies
those
better stay
devices.
safe
About
out
4
here.
months ago, we got hired by an entertainment company to establish a executive protection security detail for an actress who shall not be named in response to a discovery that she made when she arrived to the movie set that day. That day, she found an unknown Apple AirTag she found on her car, and she had it in her possession. When we got the call, I told her, stay inside, we're on our way. Within 30 minutes, we're able to recover the AirTag and then tie it in with our security operations center and track the IP address in the AirTag to a truck parked 3 blocks, just 3 blocks from her building where she was at. Inside, we found a man with zip ties, duct tape, and hundreds of pictures of our client. The whole situation taught her, if you ever find something suspicious attached to your car, whether that's an AirTag or even a zip tag or some other tracking device that is unknown, or even a tile card, you should immediately take protective measures to prevent any possible threats. Follow me for more strategies on survival and stories of unmasking monsters.
Truth is, what if I told you, if you're driving and you stop at a stop sign or a light and somebody taps the back of your car with their car just a little bit, call the police, lock your doors, because there's a chance they're gonna try to rob you. You really don't want to take no chances of somebody tapping the back of your car while you at a stop sign or a light and them jumping out their car. So make sure, if that happens to you, make sure you lock your door. Make sure you notice how many people get out the car. But most importantly, make sure you lock your door. Only pull off if it's not a real accident. You gotta go with your gut feeling. Pull off. Don't wait for multiple people to get out the car to come in your door. That's unsafe.
Okay, Gloria loves crime stories.
Okay, y'all. There y'all have it. Stay safe. Subscribe.